Tiguan. Looks really good, especially in this color. Elegant, yet understated, and somewhat familiar. But is that a good thing? Because in this segment, we've got a lot of competition. So why should you go for the Tiguan?
1, 2, 3.
$652 of space. Very useful, very practical. But whilst we're talking about a boot space, let's not forget about the forgotten estate cars. For example, the Passat sits lower, it is longer and even more practical. But let's go back to this. It's very easy to fold the back seats. Look at it. It is massive and bigger than the previous generation. And that's enough about the boot space.
2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in my story smoking, catching my breath. I can feel my skin burn.
By the way, did you know where does the Tiguan name come from? Here's a fun fact for you. Tiger and iguana. You've got a little logo of a tiger and iguana on the other side. Anyway, back to the back seat. There's lots of leg and knee room, very good headroom. I mean, it's just very, very comfy. Middle seat is also okay-ish. I have adjusted the front seat for my height. You can recline these seats. Actually, this is reclined already to its maximum. You can sit very straight. And here is a catch in terms of boot space. So you get the maximum boot space only when the back seat is in this position. Anyway, I do fit, so it's fine. Mustn't complain about, but it's all nicely fitted here. You see, you've got little pockets for a mobile phone, heated seats, and the gorgeous Alcantara. Overall, this space is more than enough for 2 even tall adults.
Sister time. Sister time.
The cabin is looking modern, yet it feels familiar. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is very good. I love Alcantara on the seats, brilliant in the summer and winter, because you don't get hot and you don't get cold. Now this is the elegance trim. Top of the range is the R-Line, but I think this is still looking pretty good. In terms of storage space, there's plenty of deep pockets. You can easily fit a large bottle of water, big door bins. Very good. Nice steering wheel, and it looks like we've got a return of physical buttons. None of this touchy-feely sliders, mumbo jumbo, but good old physical buttons, which work brilliantly. Digital driver's display. You can change the layout to whatever your heart desires. It's there. Now down here, we've got wireless mobile charging for 2 mobile phones, also 2 USB-C ports. And if you don't want to charge your mobile, you've got a mobile phone tray. How neat. We also have a swivel. Remember how we've complained loud and clear to Volkswagen? We hate the sliders which control the volume. Well, just in case you love them and you miss them, you still have them. But you also have the traditional swivel, and it is very nice. It feels good in your hands. And when you press it, you can change your driving modes. It's very good, actually. You also can swipe it left and right and change the driving profiles, but it's just, then it just gets a little bit complex and it's a bit of a faff. So Volkswagen gave us the swivel, but it also made it a little bit complicated. Anyway, moving on to the infotainment system. So the large 15-inch screen is an upgrade. As standard, you get 12-inch screen. Now, is this worth it? I think so. Look at the screen. It is looking very, very good. I mean, the graphics are amazing. So the screen is split into tiles, which you can, of course, customize. Everything you can customize. You can customize your shortcuts. The system itself is intuitive. It is a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning, but once you get your head around it, it is absolutely amazing. I mean, look how quickly it responds to the touch of my finger. You can plug in your iPhone, your Android if you want to, But quite frankly, this is looking pretty good. So Volkswagen has resolved the situation of sliders for volume control, but the temperature is still here. Oh yeah, love it. No, not really, probably. But the good thing is now these are illuminated, so at least you know what you're doing at night. I mean, can you imagine how bad it was? You couldn't see what you're doing when you're driving at night. I mean, it was crazy. So overall, I have to say that this system, it's very sort of extensive, so, which is why there's a learning curve, because there's so much you can do. Also seat massage, start, of course. Oh, it's lovely. And you do have voice control, which is powered by AI, ChatGPT. Hello, Volkswagen. What is the weather like tomorrow?
Sorry, I can't process your request at the moment.
I see. Hello, Volkswagen. See, it's waiting for my command. What is the weather like tomorrow?
Sorry, I can't process your request at the moment.
It looks like AI is too stupid to tell the weather. Anyway, it's a bit of a faff. I know they're saying it's brilliant. It's not. But overall, the cabin, I have to say, Volkswagen has done really well.
He got these yellow brown eyes and a smile on his face when he
So how does it feel on the road? Comfy, chilled, easy to drive. The seats are nice and soft, good driving position and good seat massage. Unlike in many other cars where it doesn't quite feel like a massage, but something poking you in the back. Overall, quiet and refined because we've got double glazed windows. Although if you go for the larger 21-inch alloys, do expect some tire noise at higher speeds. But overall, this is a lovely long-distance cruiser. The ride quality is smooth because the suspension absorbs any bumps, potholes and imperfections really nicely. We've got a new DCC Pro suspension which helps with that, but is it groundbreaking? Not really. It's better than the previous generation, but it does help with handling because on a twisty road there's very little leaning, you feel stable and secure. But the suspension system is actually very clever because what you can do is essentially section your journey and customize the suspension settings. So for example, the road near your home or your farm is bumpy. What you do is you enter softer suspension settings, and every time you back at this location, the suspension will be softer until, of course, you change it again. The steering is nice and light yet responsive. This car is very maneuverable. You've got a gear selector mounted on your steering wheel, which means it's easy to flick between drive, reverse and park. You're sitting high up, great overall visibility and fantastic cameras. With the new Tiguan, you get a range of engines available, including plug-in hybrid petrol and diesel. Now, this is a mild hybrid. I've actually filmed a separate video on different hybrid types. I'll put the link to it somewhere on the screen. So 1.5 litre turbo petrol, which produces 150 horsepower and 250 newton meters of torque, being sent to your front wheels. My fuel consumption is 8 litres. This is a combination of congested city, motorway and B roads. If you're driving a lot in the city or local roads, have a look at the plug-in hybrid because the EV range is really good. But if you're doing a lot of long distance journeys, diesel might be the most appropriate option for you. Plus, you get to tow up to 2 tons. So when you floor it, you get that droning sound coming from the engine. But this is actually not the engine's fault. The troublemaker here is the 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, DSG, which for some strange reason holds on to a lower gear, gives you that lag and makes the engine sound noisy. I've tried to resolve it by playing with different driving modes, which don't seem to be much different from each other, but it didn't really make any difference. Moral of the story is, this is not a car for revving hard. But what it is a lovely, good-looking family car. Spacious, practical, and well-made. When we look at the competition, Kia Sportage, Hyundai Tucson, in terms of comfort, the Koreans will be similar, but they do offer longer warranty. Here, you get a better engine choice, and yes, I am talking about diesel, which oftentimes can be better suited to your needs and lifestyle. The tech, once you get your head around it here, it is absolutely brilliant and definitely a strong selling point. The question you have to ask yourself is, what is important to you? Let me know your thoughts on the new Tiguan. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!